It's Monday, which means it's time for the weekend box office report brought to you by our friends at AMC Theatres. Warner Brothers' The Accountant blasted weekend forecasts away, finishing at number 1 with $24.7 million. Kevin Hart, What Now, took the number 2 spot with $11.98 million, which is the largest opening ever for a stand-up comedy film. Just under that total was number 3's The Girl on the Train, pulling in $11.97 million for a domestic total of $46.6 million. In the number 4 spot was Tim Burton's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, taking in $8.9 million for a $65.8 domestic total. And at number 5 was Mark Wahlberg's Deepwater Horizon, pulling in $6.4 million for a domestic cume just below $50 million. Christian, what do you think about The Accountant's performance at the box office?
I would have liked to seen it done better. 25 is not. It's the same conversation we had last week. 25 for opening this time in October. I'm sure it's fine. You know, it'll do similar to what Girl on the Train and Miss Peregrine's doing, kind of tapping on, because the smaller releases that are coming out are not like in these big blockbusters until, I guess, well, actually, no, it's going to get hit over the head pretty soon with Doctor Strange. Yeah. But up until that point, kind of tack on some. I just think it's a lot better than some of the critics were giving it credit for, and I would have liked to seen it do at least 35 or 40, but, you know, I'll take 25. The one that surprises me the most is What Now? To make $12 million on a stand-up comedy concert film, I think that's pretty damn good. Personally, for me, opening up at number 2. Those are the rest of them. Doesn't surprise me. They're doing exactly what I thought, just kind of peppering in.
Mark.
Well, Kevin Hart and I are not in the same stratosphere as far as talent goes, as far as ability right now, but my God, that makes me happy to see a stand-up comedy movie make $12 million. That's the only one I want to talk about, because I'm really curious for everybody out there who saw it. Did you see it because you knew it was a Kevin Hart stand-up comedy movie? Because they weren't really marketing it like, oh, this is Kevin Hart's, you know, he sold out a stadium in Philadelphia. They were selling it as like it was almost a movie with a lot of like comedy sketches, like Halle Berry was in it, and you didn't see a lot of stand-up in the ads. So I wonder if people got what they were expecting with What Now, but I am thrilled to death to see that movie do that well. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet. I really want to see it this week. And The Accountant, I think, did about what we expected it to do. It only cost $50 million to make, so it'll make its budget back. And yeah, I'm shocked and I'm very happy about the Kevin Hart movie.
Schnepp.
Well, I just started a new website, infinitycosmicseaorg .sphere. So if you go to that, you'll see my review on Max Steel, which that's
movie
my
crushed.
news. It crushed it, coming in 13th place with literally almost $2 million. I think something like that. It beat Gem and the Hologram, so I want to give it a special honor.
Props for that.
Props to that, being able to
fart
get a
that
little
movie
flavor over that. But that's the one that surprised me, because we were all kind of half joking about it, like, yeah, that movie's going to tank, that movie's going to bomb, but didn't think it was going to bomb that hard.
2.1 million. No,
2.1,
I
yeah.
didn't see that happening either.
No.
Not that low.
And with so many theaters, and even the subtle promotion and how they were trying to tie it in a little with the Guyver and Power Rangers, and I just don't think anyone cares about it. So,
look, I got to say I'm disappointed in the results for The Accountant. It is around where we expect. We expected $25 million. You know what? On a $44 million budget, opening weekend, it's going to do fine. So it's going to make its money back. It's going to be a profitable film for Warner Brothers. The fault lies in the marketing. It wasn't a brilliantly marketed film, because this movie was so much better than I was expecting it. I went back and watched it again, and I took Anne with me, and Anne loved it. You know, like ever since then, Anne's like, put the toilet seat down or I'm going to call the accountant. Anyway, so there's that sort of stuff. But I mean, I saw it a second time and I liked it even more the second time. Do yourself a favor, get out and see The Accountant. Totally worth it. Kevin Hart, you're right. $12 million for a stand-up comedy movie. Really nicely done. It exceeded its budget of $10 million, which is probably the rental of the stadium in the first place. There wasn't a lot of production value going to that. And Max Steel, look, we knew Max Steel was going to bomb, but I expected it to bomb with like $7 million.
Right.
Like 2.1. That is one that puts it in the category of one of the worst. Why this thing opened in over 2,000 theaters.
That means a lot of people are getting fired, is what that means.
There's a lot of people getting, probably has a kind of questionable job security today at that point. So, keep your eyes open.